Testing for carbon monoxide was negative, and the causes of death for actor Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy were eventually revealed, though the explanations only deepened the mystery. Gene Hackman did not die of heart disease, according to the last doctor who examined him. Instead, a strange drug was found in the body of the film legend, believed to be the cause of his unusual passing, completely contradicting earlier medical reports. To this day, doctors and investigators remain haunted by the details of that case. The strange pill bottles discarded behind the house, the suspiciously clean and tidy home, the appearance of a mysterious woman, and Hackman's final fearful whisper, "Someone is watching me." The question lingered over what doctors truly found in Gene Hackman's body and which of his final words terrified the media and were later seen as a chilling omen. On the morning of February 26th, the Santa Fe Police Department received an urgent call from Gene Hackman's neighbor, who reported that the lights in his house had been on all night, but that no one had seen him outside for days. When officers arrived, they did not expect that what seemed like a simple welfare check would open one of the most enigmatic files in New Mexico. Inside a damp room, police found Gene Hackman seated upright, fully dressed, with his hand resting near his familiar cane. Just a few steps away, his wife Betsy Arakawa was discovered in the bathroom near an electric heater. A German Shepherd was found locked inside a closet, while the couple's two other dogs were missing. Days later, preliminary findings from the New Mexico Medical Investigator's Office suggested that Mrs. Arakawa had died from complications related to a hantavirus infection, a rare illness transmitted by rodents. Hackman himself was not infected and was believed to have died nearly a week later from heart disease combined with prolonged debilitation and starvation. Yet this explanation was quickly challenged. Dr. Josiah Child, the examining physician, stated that hantavirus-induced respiratory distress usually progresses over several days and that it was extremely uncommon for a healthy 65-year-old woman to suddenly become critical without warning signs. This contradicted the fact that Betsy Arakawa had spoken with the clinic on February 12th and had been seen shopping for medicine, pet food, and groceries on February 11th in a completely normal condition. The doctor also noted that there was no food found in Hackman's stomach, while his acetone levels were elevated, indicating prolonged fasting. An investigative source later revealed that the house appeared unusually neat, with no eating utensils, food, or signs of recent daily living, as if someone had thoroughly cleaned the place before leaving. This single detail redirected the investigation entirely. Investigators began to question whether Hackman truly understood what had happened to his wife and how a man in his condition could have survived alone for nearly a week. The deeper they looked, the more they sensed the presence of a third person, a faint figure who may have appeared in the house during those final days and then vanished. A delivery man reported seeing a brown-haired woman in her 50s opening the gate for a food truck on the morning of February 14th. At the time, he assumed it was Hackman's wife, but after later seeing photographs, he became certain it was not Betsy Arakawa. No security footage confirmed his account, as all cameras had been manually turned off since February 11th. When questioned further, the delivery man recalled seeing the woman carry a trash bag to the truck and said that when he asked if she was Mrs. Hackman, she simply nodded. When Betsy died, Hackman should have called emergency services, yet he did nothing. The house showed no signs of panic, the windows were closed, and everything appeared calm and orderly. The timing of this mysterious woman's appearance during such a sensitive period only intensified suspicion. Medical records revealed that Hackman was suffering from advanced Alzheimer's disease, with almost complete loss of short-term memory. He often forgot to eat, forgot directions, forgot faces, and sometimes could not recognize those around him. It was considered highly probable that he mistook this unknown woman for his wife. However, one disturbing detail stood out. In the trash bin behind the house, investigators found 2 empty prescription bottles commonly prescribed to elderly patients, yet no fingerprints were found on the caps. According to internal sources, specialized tests revealed traces of a strange active ingredient in Hackman's body, a substance known to suppress hunger and induce fatigue when used over several days. A geriatric specialist explained that prolonged use could cause someone to grow weaker without realizing it, leading to rapid physical decline. In other words, Hackman may have been driven into exhaustion during his final days, possibly under the influence or care of that mysterious woman. Hackman visibly deteriorated over the last 5 to 6 days of his life, eating and drinking very little and losing his sense of time. Whether the woman intended to help or inadvertently caused irreversible harm remains unknown. Santa Fe police soon identified a person of interest, a housekeeper named Gloria M., once hired by Betsy Arakawa. When authorities arrived at her address, the house was empty. Neighbors reported that Gloria had left in early March, days after the incident became public, taking luggage in a gray SUV. There was no evidence of air travel, no bank activity, and no digital location data. In Betsy's personal files, investigators later discovered a handwritten note hidden inside an accounting ledger that read, "Gloria 8 a.m. clean bathroom check medicine." The note appeared to outline a routine schedule and was the last recorded mention of that name. After Hackman left Hollywood, he lived a largely isolated life in Santa Fe. Neighbors described the couple as peaceful and private, venturing out only when necessary. Hackman was still seen driving himself, and Betsy appeared cheerful and friendly. However, in early 2025, the couple became noticeably more withdrawn. An anonymous neighbor later recounted seeing Hackman sitting on his porch, staring into the woods with an unsettling intensity. When asked if everything was all right, Hackman whispered, "Something's not right in this house," and later added, "Something is following us." When asked why he didn't call the police, Hackman replied, "I don't know what it is." The mystery deepened further when police reconstructed the final timeline using camera records, transactions, and mobile data. Betsy was recorded taking one of her dogs to the clinic, paying in cash, appearing stressed, then visiting a farmer's market and a CVS store before returning home at 5:15 p.m. on February 11th. Yet Dr. Child revealed that Betsy had called the clinic the following morning, February 12th, sounding clear and conscious, scheduling and canceling appointments before making one for herself, though she never arrived. Her voice showed no signs of distress, contradicting the police timeline. This contradiction became even more disturbing when Betsy's phone showed no activity after 5:15 p.m. on February 11th. Investigators suspected impersonation, as a phone call would require the device to be on. Digital forensic analysis revealed a device restart at 8:33 a.m., coinciding with the time of the clinic call, yet Betsy's phone was never found at the scene.